What's going on YouTube? Today, Nintendo released information on their earnings from the last quarter. They released information on the amount of consoles they sold, the amount of games, the amount of copies that went out of the door. They kind of released a financial report, if you may, talking about the amount of money they made and all the things similar. So let's check out Nintendo's bag, shall we? So first of all, from the Twitter account of Rebellion, if you want your big gaming industry news, go and follow this dude. Definitely, this is the person who almost always is the first one to tweet out something newsworthy, some insider knowledge. So definitely check this Twitter account out. Oh, and if you got the time, check out my Twitter account down at the bottom here. I don't tweet much, but once I get some followers, that will definitely change. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing he writes in his tweet is the Switch sold a total 6.85 million during the last quarter, pushing the total hardware sales to 68.3 million units worldwide. So that's pretty fucking crazy. The Switch has long outsold the Xbox One and the Xbox One X, and it's creeping close to that PS4 number, which I quickly Google it for. Let me see, PS4 system sold. As of August 2020, cumulative sales of the Sony's PlayStation 4 gaming console had risen to almost 113 million units. So yeah, that's a bunch of dudes just playing FIFA all day. And a couple of dudes that enjoy the real game, like Last of Us 2 or God of War. But yeah, a bunch of NBA 2K and FIFA gamers. But the Switch is creeping close to it, even though it doesn't have those major third-party games that are pretty much a requirement for most people to even go out and buy a console. They do have some banger exclusives though, like the second point he makes is that Animal Crossing has reached 26.04 million sold copies, which is just absolutely fucking insane. Now, personally, Animal Crossing not really my type of game. Like, I refuse to buy it just because I know that it's a literal time sink and you will just have days of your life just consumed by it, right? I think this is the so the Super Mario Bros. 3D All Stars game has sold 5.21 million units, which is also insane, especially when you consider the fact that they purposefully limited the digital copies of the game, which is just weird since it's digital. You could just copy and paste the shit, but no, they literally limited it to a certain amount of copies. I'm not sure how much it was. Limited copies. But yeah, people were very pissed because of that. Oh, Mario 3. Oh, look, it's already there, already on Google. Physical copies are already listing the limited Switch release. It doesn't really say how limited it was, but at least 5 million units are out there. So, and finally, Paper Mario at 2.82 million units. Couple of pictures, of course, Animal Crossing with their insane fucking numbers. Super Mario Kart, a fucking classic. Like, if you own a Switch and you don't own this game or have at least not played it yet, I don't know what you're doing. Smash Bros. Ultimate, 21.10 million. This game definitely deserves it, especially given the fact that the game is still getting DLC, still getting new characters added every couple of months, maybe every 2-3 months. Breath of the Wild, amazing game. A Sword of Pokemon Sword and Shield, both 19 million. Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu sold a little less than Sword of Shield, but pretty well. Yeah, Nintendo's exclusive are freaking bangers. Selling freaking 18, 19, 20 million. And then you have to consider the fucking fact that Nintendo doesn't discount their fucking games. You know, those little Timmies that have to wait 3 Christmases to even think of saving up at least $60. Yeah, that little Timmy still ain't getting his games because they're still $16. Even after 3 years. But yeah, this is all insane, especially given the fact that the Nintendo Switch, like, I love the thing, but as a console, or at least regarding its futures, it really ain't all that. Like, let's keep it real here, right? Let's just keep it real. The Nintendo Switch doesn't have voice chat. It doesn't have a messaging app or anything of the sort. Like, if I want to hit up a friend that I see pop on online on the Switch, I can't message him saying, "Hey, let's play Smash Bros." No, I gotta text him with my fucking phone, like a fucking normal human being, I guess. But I gotta fucking text him with my fucking phone. Just fucking insane. It doesn't have a normal friend system either. You have to fill in someone's social security number to add them as friends, you know. It's just, when you look at all those small little things and you still consider the fact that Switch sold 68 million units, that is barely half of that the PlayStation 4 sold, and the Switch only came out like what, 3 years ago? Switch release. No, I don't want to repair Switch release. 2017, so yeah, a bit more than 3 years. And the PlayStation is already nearing that 6-7 years. But I am curious though. You know, Nintendo got the back right now. You know, they're in the feelings. They up. Nintendo's up right now. They feeling themselves. You know, they got money in their pocket. They're the fastest selling console, I believe. But technically, the Switch is a next gen console. Like, the Switch doesn't belong amongst the PS4. It doesn't belong amongst the Xbox One. That was for the Wii U. The Wii U utterly failed that. The Switch technically belongs amongst the PS5 and the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X. So you kind of have this weird, we're kind of in this weird purgatory where the Switch was the new thing. It stood on its own and was like the new piece of hardware, right? While the PS4 and Xbox One were already pretty old at the time of the Switch released. So the Switch was the new thing. Everyone was like, "Oh shit, this is the new console. This is the new gaming shit." So of course they went out and bought a Switch, even if the features and basic, even if the features and basic quality of life decisions were just not there at all. So now that the PS5 and Xbox Series X, which is still weird name, why the fuck would you name your console a Series Xbox Series X? Makes absolutely no goddamn sense. Tighten the fuck up, Xbox. Tighten up. Tee the fuck up. But yeah, now that those consoles are releasing, I wonder, since now technically those are new hardware. You feel me? Those things are the new thing in the stores. When someone enters the stores, the Switch is already 3 years old. Now when someone enters the stores and asks the cashier, hey, babe, what's new? You know, what do I need to get to stay relevant? What do I need to buy to be talking shit on Twitter with these people? They're going to say, yeah, go cop yourself a PlayStation 5. So we're kind of in this weird situation with the Switch where the sales are amazing. The games, units sold are insane. They still don't discount their games, and the Switch are still is lacking features. And in just a couple of days, these next gen systems are releasing, all with the most craziest features. Games arguably different, but factually a lot better looking. Like you can't compare something running on a 720p screen with something running in 4K 60 ultra settings on the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. Although PC will always blow both those pieces of tech out of the water, you still can't argue that the Switch is very behind when it comes to power, and it is very behind when it comes to features. So I wonder, the next earning report that this dude decides to tweet about, will we see that the Switch still sells like 7 million a quarter? Or will we find out that maybe those sales slow down to maybe 3 million, maybe even 1 million? And will we see that the new consoles, that those paces that they will even outpace the Switch, which did insane numbers early on and is still doing insane numbers? Well, all we can say right now is that Nintendo is in their bag. They're feeling themselves. They got the money. They got the bitches. They got everything everyone wants. And some more. So Nintendo's in their bag. And it's time for us to get in ours too. Yes, sir. Hey, I will leave you guys with this. Peace.